communication is dog shit.
Yeah, that's a constant. That hasn't changed. I will say this much. The reason why I am specifically annoyed by a lot of the stuff right now is that from a civilian standpoint, there's like this small portion PR that's happening. And to try and defend it is impossible to the person who did not go to the war, had no involvement for the 3 to 4 months that this stuff transpired, couldn't find Sanguine on a map till about 24 hours before the PD invaded, and is in a shift where none of us have heard about Sanguine, having to deal with the civilians who want me to feel a certain way, and then having to deal with it from the PD side as well. Usually your average Hell Week are a bunch of criminals who are trying to teach PD a lesson, and a lot of us don't know what the lesson was. This Hell Week
has been brought to you by 811, sponsored by Shelby.
Forget all that. It's being brought between the PD and the civilians, and the people that are getting squeezed is anyone with stripes. And it sucks when I get asked questions about if things are true or how I feel or what do I think.
Yeah.
I've told the same story to like 9 or 10 people at this point. Someone called me and tried convincing me that I should feel bad about what happened and that I should take a stance. And I just, the only thing I brought up was, if you have evidence, bring it forward. No one has.
Yeah.
But the problem is that as much as I want to take the blame and say no one's come forward with anything yet, the offset to that as well is that from a high command stance, they haven't brought anything forward either to acknowledge it to begin with.
You know what's funny is when I got a call from JD, I could have easily just not told Toretti and went and did wedding planning. But I didn't. I went and told him. I could have just not said anything at all, right? And let it be his word against mine. But I didn't. That accounts for jack shit.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. I'm tired. I didn't even go to the war and I'm exhausted.
No, I bet.
I'm practically the PD's fucking pimple right now because everyone's trying to squeeze it, getting me to pop. And it's just, it's really, it has gotten on my nerve.
You can always retire and bug Toretti. I know it's fired, but like I could go and do other things, right? And I don't know what I want to do. But honestly, with him stepping down, I think I am fine with calling it there and not really having any other ambitions to try and do any other job.
I mean, I think that's valid.
I think it's fine to say that my time is done. Was it cut a little short? Yeah. From something I did, yes. Something I should have been punished for, but God, I'm happy I'm not you right now. Because if they didn't fire me, I would have to deal with that shit right now.
Shelby, it wouldn't surprise me if you would have walked out at this point, and I wouldn't have blamed you.
Yeah. Probably would have.
You always
I
have
don't know.
avenues.
I have gotten I have gotten a lot of support from a lot of people who I didn't expect. PD people. I mean, my biggest joke is, what are they going to do? Fire me again for me talking about why I got fired? I held that shit in for 2 weeks. As Juno was able to talk to people. Not sure who all she talked to. She was able to make snide remarks about leaking in front of me. I'm gonna be honest, if it was her in my position, right there, she had been drinking for whatever reason, and she heard the same stuff that I did. There is nothing that could convince me otherwise that she wouldn't have done worse. Because she would have. She was obsessed with him, still probably is.
I mean, we can speculate all day, but let's be
Oh,
honest.
it's not even a speculation, it's
I know,
facts.
but we would be getting nowhere, right? I don't know what the resolution is for all this, but I'm very tired, and I there's a part of me that really roots for change. And when I say change, I mean just the improvement of where we're at now. But based on some of the things that I've learned recently and some of the things that I've seen, I'm very the hope is not there right now.
Oh, I agree.
Honestly,
I
I'd
have
be
a brilliant idea.
what's that?
Let's go back to EMS.
I know you're joking about that. It is not out of the picture.
Lucy asked me if I would go back to EMS to try and be the commissioner for EMS.
Holy shit, that would be fucking funny.
I would, but the commissioner oversees all of it. So you couldn't have a commissioner for EMS. That would be really fucking funny, though. Could you imagine?
I think you would have a really good fucking shot. I'll say that much.
Oh, I know I would, but I don't know if I'd ever want to go back to EMS. It doesn't feel the same as like when we were EMS.
Oh hell no. I make jokes. I don't know if I would actually go back. If EMS was what it was,
I don't
still
think
I
I could.
would. When I got into EMS, it was getting better. And I don't know where it went wrong, but something went wrong, and it's just not the same.
It was the mass hiring that we had to do. When we were told that people that we would normally deny, we had to hire for numbers. That's where it went wrong.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But apparently a lot of stuff that Sonya put into place and I put into place is like, even SOPs are just long fucking gone.
Whatever happened to what's his face?
Oh, what's his face?
The other chief.
Leo?
Yeah.
He started doing crime and then I haven't seen him in a long time.
I don't see him anymore. It was what, Hydra?
Mm-mm. I think so. I don't know.
I miss Leo.
Yeah, he was good people. I remember how him and Sonia pretty much gaslit me into command. Or forced me, not gaslit.
Good.
They started having me respond to every single fucking call about EMS getting arrested and sat back and let me do it.
Good.
No,
They picked a
no.
good person.
God, the old LT days. You want one of my badges?
Your
I have
PD
7 of them.
your PD badges?
Willie said I could keep them.
Sure, I'll take one.
I have a call. Well, this one I have to keep because I have a 518 because I asked Copper to make it when I demoted myself just to piss Toretti off. And then I have my old PBSO one, 312. I have a couple corporal ones. I think a couple senior ones. All at the house.
The fact you kept all of them is incredible.
Why would I not keep it?
I mean, it's cool. It's cool to look back on. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
The fact you got 7 badges in your career is incredible. I think I maybe have gotten 2 ever.
I don't know if it's 7. So you have cadet, which that wasn't even my cadet call sign. PBSO, SGSO, when I hit senior, corporal, sergeant, and I think I have a second corporal one. So yeah, 7.
Jesus.
Yep.
I hate to do this. I'm probably gonna have to call someone else who's actually in high command, who's around, who can answer a question for me finally.
It's okay to say that you hate me.
No, it's not that.
Oh, I have food for you, by the way.
Oh God, you're a legend.
Don't grab it quite yet, you dumbass.
I'm sorry.
I got you 2 meals.
I'm just gonna scoot over here, grab it. Jesus.
What?
I'm not gonna be hungry. This is good. This is fucking awesome. This is
Pass
great.
it to other people. I got you 2 meals, so.
Okay.
I only
appreciate
needed
it.
1.
I got you. Yeah, it's a shitstorm.
I believe it. And I will say it's weird wearing clothes outside of PD. I dig these shoes. Aren't they cool kicks?
I do actually fuck with them.
Right? They're pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Pretty neat.
Yeah, just a little. Just a little.
Oh, thank
Okay.
God.
Well, good talk. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, you go get some sleep, Shelby. We'll catch up soon, all right? Try and keep your head up with everything.
I will. You know.
Also, unrelated, let Toretti know I said hi and that, jokes aside, I do hope he's doing well.
I will do that. I guess.
Oh God, I'm getting another phone call. I gotta go back to the shop.
Man, you have so much fun. I'm gonna be so worry-free with nothing else in my life.
I'm gonna cry. Hey, Kurt.
Okay, better news.
You said a half hour. It's been about a half hour.
Yeah, this time it's better news. Hopefully. Okay. I talked to Lucian. He's been made aware of the 10 strike points. we had a very deep conversation where he is not in the right mind space and he's taking medicine, which is not helping him in that way. I talked to him about the Harmony situation. He told me the only names he brought up were his, Riley's, and Peaches, and he was just like know about his war story and his side of things. He is very distraught in what people are saying over Twitter. The you know,
It's
Hello,
what happens
Ranger.
when you sell.
Hello. Sorry, what was that last part?
he is in general very distraught what people are saying. Oh,
Hello.
let me get up. There you
No, you can sit. You're fine.
go. He is very distraught in what people are saying about the war over Twitter, what the civilian population thinks.
Oh my god, I can't escape it, dude.
He
Holy
I got notes on
fuck.
this. Give me a sec. Honestly, it seems like he's just struggling with the aftermath of war and what it entails. But the whole harmony situation, it doesn't seem like there's any ill intent. I let him know for now if he wants to mention his own name, he is free to do that, but to not mention anyone else just for the safety of others.
Reason for strike again was. Oh god, hold on.
Strike wheelchair hitting Riley off the chair. Riley ICU. Actually, I have my my report written up for that if you want it now.
Yeah, go ahead and send it over.
There you go. I emailed it over to you.
Um. Go. Thank you. I'll get just a quick command report up.
So I don't think this thank God this Harmony situation wasn't as bad. Well, at least not after talking to him.
Yeah, it's yeah. Kurt, what is your take on everything going on?
About the war? Or about what?
Just everything going on recently.
That's a lot. That's a mouthful. Flop. Well, we'll start from the beginning with the war, I guess. I've heard some things about the war on our end that sound very fucked up, and I've yet to hear anything that says otherwise. That's my thought of that right now. And then in other things in general, people hate us. And honestly, after talking to other deputies, morale is at an all-time fucking low. Our numbers are dropping after being up good for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Um. The morale right now is bad, and I'm not gonna lie. Uh, I know from a command stance, I need to kind of keep myself going for the sake of everyone in the shift. But Kurt, I'm tired. I didn't even go because I didn't want to get involved. I respected people's reasons to go and trust that the people that went with the intentions of believing in something. But I'm fucking tired. I didn't go. I didn't know where Sanguine was on a fucking map. If you handed it to me and told me to point. And now I'm dealing with the repercussions from people in the PD in a shift that unfortunately predominantly was not involved, and civilians that are predominantly not involved, hearing allegations from both sides, and essentially being PD's pimple because high command won't speak. So now they're coming to me trying to squeeze that information out of me like that's not above my pay grade. And even if they had the information, they would have no obligation to tell me. So it sucks because I also can't make a statement about it. Because if I made a statement, people would take that as Sergeant made an official statement. And without the proper information, I'm spreading lies and more rumors, which is what we don't need right now. And it sucks. I feel like I'm in a rough spot.
I mean, at this point, you're in the middle where you're trying to do all you can to help, but I'm trying to figure out a phrase to put this in. It's like I'm just gonna make a phrase up. It's like being given a half ruler and being told to measure something that's like 12 feet wide.
Yeah, that's fair. Java.
Did that make sense? I don't know if that made sense.
I know what you're saying. You're pretty much just saying that, you know, I'm being tasked with essentially something that is impossible with the tools that I'm given. And I think that's a good way to put it. I feel like I'm in an impossible spot. And I've been staying quiet about it because, you know, again, I didn't go. I stayed a neutral. I wasn't for it and I wasn't against it, but I supported the people that went because I do believe that everybody that did go to that island went with the intention of actually going for positive change and it actually went believing in something. But to kind of be in this point now, I have kind of, I don't want to say I've kept my mouth shut, but I have bit my tongue on trying to give my feelings toward things right now because I didn't go and I didn't feel that my opinion was necessarily a valid one for that. But at this point, dealing with it from all angles, yeah, my opinion stands. Morale is at an all-time fucking low.
Yeah.
And I think the only way that you're going to resolve some of that, you don't need an answer. You don't need to address it to the public. But acknowledge what's come forward at least, so people aren't left with question. My number one question I've been asked is, what do you know about? Have you heard anything about? Can you give me information regarding? All about the same rumor going around.
Yeah, I think it's hurting people seeing one side of things that are coming from Twatter and not being able to know the truth of it.
I just told Bob too, because Bob brought it up. I said, Bob, where'd you hear it? He goes, Twatter. I said, have you heard about any evidence coming through? He goes, no, but I haven't heard anything to say otherwise. I said, how long ago was the war? He goes, about a week. And I told him, I said, it's been about a week. The rumor's pretty fucking serious. Granted, I don't know how true it actually really all encompasses, but the I also, you know, while right now I don't think high command is necessarily handling the rumors accordingly and appropriately, personally from a PR stance, I would really, really, really like to believe that this is being spoken about, just not to yourself or myself.
Yep.
I don't think that our high command is dumb. I also don't think that the course of action up to this point has been necessarily smart. Obviously, the evidence needs to come forward, if anything, but
It's mostly the fact that people are terrified of the unknown. They don't know what's the truth. They don't know what's a lie. They just have to hope for the better.
and that's a valid unfortunately, I hate to say it, it is a valid feeling.
It very much is.
The day before the war, or one of the days before the war, having somebody come to your meeting in shift 3 and telling an entire room that you're going to fight for something that you truly believe in, and that you're going to go and you're going to do the right thing. And the only thing I got to hear out of that from everybody was, well, when we asked the question as to what we were fighting for, we were told, just trust me, bro.
Jesus, sounds fucking terrible.
I mean, it hurts. It really does hurt. And I'm really stuck in a spot trying to figure out how to feel. But here I am. Still kicking, I guess, for now.
Yep.
I know a lot of people want to see the PD fail. I don't. I really don't.
I don't either.
I just hope someone gets their shit together. And it doesn't need to come from me. It doesn't need to come from you. Unfortunately, at this point, hence a lot of the changes recently, these things need to come from above. And above is quite literally above my pay grade. My opinion will not matter in that regard. I just want to wait for results at this point.
Want to know the reason why I went to war?
Sure.
It wasn't any of they make bombs there, blah blah blah. The only reason I went to war is after a talk with Han, saying he was ready to die there. And what kind of friend would I be if I just let that happen? That was my reason.
Like I said, I don't fault anyone for going. I would argue that, you know, and I don't want to say I was for it or against it, but there is a part of me that really believes that everybody went, and the people that did go went with the full intention of fighting for something that they believed in. For you, it was for your friend. For others, it might have been for what they were looking for. Whatever the case was, there's a part of me that really just believes that everybody that did go went with a purpose. I didn't know what my purpose was, so I didn't go. But that doesn't degrade anybody that did go. I actually, if anything, can, you know, commend you more for going.
And I commend you for staying. No, it's not an easy choice to decide to go to war or not. It's not an easy choice to stay when you see everyone around you signing up.
Yeah. I don't know, Kurt. I don't know what happens from here. I don't know where this goes.
I mean, at this point, I think we push as much as we can and just hope for the best.
Do you see an outlook at the end of the tunnel? Do you see something positive? Is there even light?
Right now, no. But I am here to push until I do.
I'm gonna say something to you because it's sort of what I'm still walking on. Rather, you know, for lack of a better, it's still eggshells, but I'm walking on something. Were you? I want to say you were, and forgive me. It's just I'm
No, you're good.
I'm cooked. You were under Pred for a while too, right?
Yeah.
When we were under Pred, while I think Pred was actually arguably a good leader, he was not a good person under any means. But even when everything came crashing down with Pred, I reminded myself, and I continue to remind myself, that when I took this badge, I took an oath, and it was to protect and serve. And when everything was falling apart, top down, the only thing I had to remind myself is that that was my oath. That was not Pred's oath. That was not your oath. It was the same oath, but that oath was for me. And that oath is the one that I am still walking on right now. Even when I feel like the system has failed, I'm not going to let the system necessarily fail my morals, right? So if there's anything I can say, don't let what's happening right now demoralize your oath that you took. Just remember that you took an oath, and as long as you follow it, you did your part. And the people that fail to follow their oath, let that be their problem. Because we've dealt with corruption here before. We've dealt with shit situations here in this PD before. I pull through and you sure as shit pull through. So I mean, I'd like to think optimistically. What's to say we can't pull through again?
Yep. It'll take time, but eventually things have to get better.
To be honest, I don't know if they could get any worse at this point.
No, we're definitely at rock bottom.
I actually don't think it can get any worse from here. That's not even me being sarcastic.
No, there's literally no way.
The bottom of the bucket is being scraped. At this point, we're scraping the fucking metal off the bucket. So, it's got to go from here. That's all it is.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm gonna do some paperwork. I don't know if what your plan is. It sounds like duty is actually kind of popping off right now from 311.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go out there, help him with this call, and head to bed.
Yeah, do your thing. If you need anything before then and now, I'll be here. You can call me in 30 minutes.
Yep, every 30 minutes.
Every 30 minutes. It's okay.
Every 30 minutes.
You and Harvey.
Okay. Do not compare me to Harvey. Ever. Don't you dare go there. Oh God.
Who's calling you?
Hello. Need what? Oh. Uh-huh. Same situation, same deal.
I was really hoping that was gonna be Harvey. That would have been funny.
Okay, I'll be there. Yeah, bye. I think Sturbin relapsed some morphine. I'm gonna go to the hospital.
What?
Yeah, I might need you in 30 minutes.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Get out of my office. God fucking damn it. I spoke too soon, guys. Spoke too fucking soon. I just had to open my dumbass mouth. Can't get any worse, can it? How's being command going? I don't know. Listen, honestly, you know, this all could have been avoided if Shelby kept her job and we just bought Conan a fucking mobility scooter. Honestly, I don't think the war would have happened. Hey, commit war crimes. Stop sitting around. Ugh, God. I need like a minute just of just silence. Chat, can we take a minute together and just have some silence? How is it possible that Flop didn't go to Sanguine and yet is quite possibly dealing with all the repercussions of Sanguine without actually partaking in it? Flop was told to sit on a cactus and he avoided it, so everybody came to him with a cactus and just shoved it up his ass for him. Oh, I know Tessa has it worse. At this point, Flop may ask Norman to take him. Yeah, but Flop doesn't know who Norman is. God, someone tell Flop Norman's back so he could be like, yo, these motherfuckers were saying that you were like some kind of a bitch. Who you? Sweet. Wipe my memory. Wipe it all. Delete it. Oh, I actually have a headache right now, which is surprising. Also, hi, Rox. How are you? Yo, you wiped that shit already? Put a magnet to my head. Wipe it again. Persistent stress will give headaches. Yeah. Normie, hit me with that factory reset. Yeah. We'll go back to a tow truck. Oh, the simpler times. If Bass comes back through some Norman shit. God. Hey, ads, how you doing?